Alright, I'm back. And I had to leave because my roommates went and got food and then they were having complications. I was gone for so long that Varka's theme song had completely dropped out. So let's get back.
Let's hear what he has to say.
So where we left off last time, we're introducing Dane to everybody.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsleif, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
So, we've been reunited with Albedo, and he brought his brother Durin. If you don't know, Durin is really his brother. So this is what people... How do I start this? I started three different sentences and didn't finish either one. Basically, people keep trying to say that Durin is a kid and a child, and I personally do not agree, and I have a perfectly valid reason as to why. Albedo recreated Durin as we see him now. And in order to recreate him as we see him now, he took the heart from the Durin that was on Dragonspine that existed 500 years ago, because that Durin was created by the same woman who made Albedo, which was Rhine-daughter Aconrian, who now ate the heart of Nibirius and currently is the god of life, or the shade of life. So he used that heart as well as a part of the embryo from the embryonic sac that she had used to create the Abyssal Hounds. And then he used the Durin soul from the Simulanka world and fused all three together to get the Durin that we see before us. Though to be fair, I guess that this Durin isn't really Dragonspine Durin. It's the Durin from the Simulanka world. But either way, the Durin from the Simulanka world was based on the real Durin, who by all means was still Albedo's brother. So, because I feel like his heart was taken from the real life Durin on Dragonspine that had existed for 500 years, I don't see Durin as a kid due to that reason alone. I just don't. I just can't. But anyway.
Is he being sarcastic?
I've seen how he plays and I'm really excited for it. He plays really cool. He has a sword, and there's people that are even pissed that his vision's a pyrovision, but it makes sense because if you dig into the lore, people expected him to be an Electro. I don't see how. Dragons don't go around with electro power. Most dragons are associated with fire. Come on. And besides, it has a symbolism. He has a pyrovision because it's symbolizing rising from the flames, or actually it's a symbol of rebirth, which is why his vision is pyre.
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
He's cute. I was anticipating this character since I watched his birth when Albedo created him and transmutated him with alchemy. I had been like really, really excited for this character, so I'm happy that I finally got to get to meet him. It's great. It's like meeting an old friend.
Oh, good point. I'm gonna get you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
Look at you, Paimon, expert in the art of encouragement.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential.
I think she would freak out too if Flynn's just showed up on her. She'd be like, "What do you want, Rat Nikki?"
Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Man, he's cute.
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter.
Oh God.
Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
All right then.
Well, she can also take to her deer form and just gallop.
She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
That whole line taken out of context sounds fucking horrible. Like, she barely fought back at all. Like, shut the fuck up.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Don't look at me like that.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Albedo, what the hell?
Spoken like a true sage.
He said my name?
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting.
Oh my God.
Let's take a little breather, folks.
It kind of makes me a little giddy. Oh no. Please just don't say my other name. My other name is Elise. If he says that, I think I die.
Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Oh my God. Beta?
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Oh yeah. You guys don't realize she's the moon goddess.
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
Oh, he's a fantastic artist. Let him paint her. I'm sure to be great.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble occasionally. He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you. I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer? Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you. Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
Oh, this is fucking lively. Whoa! Ooh, 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 yeah. Cause when's the chance? When is the next time I'm ever gonna get to look at him? That bracelet he has on, I'm trying to... I can't... this isn't working. So his wings, do you see them? They're like on his side. They tried to make it look like it's part of his jacket, but that's literally his wings. They come off his back, like his lower back. In a way, like they're higher up. If I can get closer to him, which I can't. You can clearly see they come from like his shoulder blades downwards. And you can see his vision. I do like the way he plays. I've seen it. There's been people like doing leaks, but I don't want to do that. Oh, beta! He's like, what? Help me, you fool. I'm gonna save Dane for last. Flynn's?
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
That fucking glitch.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Redniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Itlua.
Itlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true Ratnik to the core. In that sense, he puts me to shame.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. But I get the feeling that's not quite what you meant.
He's like so quiet.
Come on, why the awkward silence?
He's like, dude, stare into my eyes and see my soul.
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've known all along, haven't you, my friend? Now, that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Eloa doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear your secret's safe with me.
Don't bring Venti into this shit.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Dane.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yes, actually.
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there.
Sorted out your accommodation yet?
Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay tonight too, right? Wanna tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure, let's do that.
Wait, what? You're gonna stay the night with me? Oh, I can feel my whole body trembling. It's like slowly shaking.
Great! Paimon will handle it!
Oh my god! That is a repulsive feeling. I can feel myself just shaking and I don't know why. It's like this.
And in return, we can get Dainsleif to be our very own personal bodyguard.
Paimon, you're thinking out loud again. Please shut the fuck up.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh? So, you mean I can have you as my very own?
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but good to know. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
I'm really happy that you're here, Dane. Not long after. She looks like she's about to pass out. What was that? What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
Miss Nefer, you made it after all. But what about Yehuda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehuda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
So much for just this once.
That's so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
I didn't say anything. Right, Flint?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerir's background, assisted by Yehuda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flint, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the wild hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included. Mr. Durin, who has come to lend his aid.
You forgot to mention it's also his brother.
Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbino. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
Whoa! That's a lot of people! Great turnout!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
Dainsleif.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Rerir of Solnari.
So this is where things are going to take a serious turn, I think, because when Nefer entered that shard that was originally supposed to be a piece of Rerir, which as we know was his heart, it was a shard that Flynn's picked up from somewhere, because Flynn's likes to collect gems and such, so he just picked it up. And it turns out that it was Rerir's heart. Because originally when he was destroyed in Khaenri'ah, he said he was ripped to shreds and cast into the moon's shadow. Apparently he was ripped it so badly that he turned into pieces of crystals that were scattered. Something like that. And we had purified said crystal. And she was able to borrow it from Flynn's and able to access the memories that were garnered within, or hidden within, or that dwelt within, that lie within, so many analogies. And she was able to dive into his past memories. So she, while in his memories, seeing Rerir talking with Dainsleif and Dainsleif's brother Vedalfanir. Vedalfanir was known as the Visionary, who could predict things before they happened. And Dain, as we know, is known as the Twilight Sword. Now, Nefer has heard his name, but she didn't truly ever see him in the memories of Rerir. She only heard his voice. Same thing with Vedalfanir. She never saw either one. But Lama, as well as Yehoda, were also tagging along, following alongside Nefer. She's like, you guys won't actually be with me. You'll be with me like in spirit, like in your mind, and you will follow me wherever I go. You won't be able to act, you won't be able to talk or move. You'll be just following me. Kind of like disembodied spirits, I guess. So Yehoda, as well as Lama, including Nefer herself, all three of them saw Rerir's memories, and they also heard the name Dainsleif. So I'm kind of actually a little worried about her meeting him now. I'm kind of like,
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
because he's a Khaenri'an.
Khaenri'an, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Khaenri'ah. As I'm sure you're aware, the Rerir of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Khaenri'ah, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the 5 sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Khaenri'ah, the names and identities of the 5 sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The 5 sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Khaenri'ah apart in the process. The visionary, Vedalfanir, who wished to foretell the future, the wise Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge.
Rhine-daughter is also Albedo's mother.
Gold, Rhine-daughter, who desired to create life. The foul Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Rerir of Solmari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedafamir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedafamir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this, Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Must be all that good karma I've been building. Who knew having Connery and friend would come in handy?
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Are you coming on to me? What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment.
I know.
If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
No, I mean, it's okay. I just don't know what to say in front of all my friends. Can we do this in private, please? Please don't do this in front of everybody. Why are you staring at me like this?
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
I don't like being given affection in front of people. If you want to give me affection, can we do it when we're alone? I don't want to do this in front of Columbina and fucking Nefer and Dane and Farka, Llama and Albedo and Darren and Paimon. I don't want to do this in front of all of them. What are we doing?
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Oh, she's talking. Your account meeting the name and how the iridescent moon's marrow was retrieved from the crimson moon space. You make it clear that the knave chose to help you out of her own accord. Then conclude by reporting how the hearts of the three moons are finally in your hands.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet.
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me.
Oh my
So I
god.
want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rerir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
She seems a lot more energetic and positive than she did when we first met.
Defeating the Rerir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
I can't believe he was fucking trying to, like, come on to me and fucking Paimon in front of everybody like that. I'm like stunned. I would be like, please, if you want to say things like that, that's okay. Just don't do that when other people are around. I don't know what to say to you when you do. Oh my god. It would have been no different if he walked up to me and kissed me. I would have been like, I don't...
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir?
No.
What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after?
No, because he's a Conrian, and all Conrians are cursed with the curse of immortality.
Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say, it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonjanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
He's like, ladies, please stop fighting over me.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
I'm gonna let you know right now, Flins, you're the most attractive man in this room. Anyway.
Miss Lama, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulders.
Is that right? Wow. Maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
Why?
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
He's like, I've known all along. Nefer and Dainsleif conversed intently for quite some time. From the gravity of their expressions, you can tell how heavily the next stage of the plan weighs upon them both. After a short chat, Albedo and Durin head off with Varka on what they describe as a sample-finding mission. Llama steps out for a while, then comes back loaded up with emergency medicine. She tells you that while people rarely expect to get hurt, it's her duty to be ready when they do. You and Paimon wait patiently for Nefer, content to see how well everyone is working together. Once Nefer is finished, you follow her and Llama back to the Curatorium. Teleportation. I really don't know how to react to that. I would be like, why are you doing this? What the hell? Like, it's not like I'm saying no, and it's not like I'm rejecting you. I just don't know why you're doing this in front of everyone. Like, I'm like that even in real life. I do not like public displays of affection. I really don't. Ugh. Like, have you ever been dating somebody and you're in public, right? And there's like some guy who's like who happens to talk to you or something, and your significant other decides to suddenly like hold your hand or suddenly try to grab you or suddenly try to like kiss you in front of them. You'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I've had that happen to me. That's why I don't like public displays of affection, because it's like aggressive. It's not romantic. I had somebody do that to me. Somebody I was dating one time, because I was like, Mashiru! I was like in a store and some guy was asking me something, like the guy in front of me, I was like, I needed to like reach past him to grab something off a shelf that I wanted to buy. And I was like, oh, excuse me, sir, but can I get by you for just a sec? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And he like kind of like rubbed against my side awkwardly, because it was like a crowded line and I was trying to buy something. And then the guy I was dating decided, when I got back in line, he like grabbed me aggressively and like tried kissing me roughly in front of him. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, that guy needs to know that you belong to me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Long story short, we didn't last very long after that. I left him because he's a psycho.
Thank you for waiting.
It was not a good experience. Like, even everybody in the store looked at him stupidly too, because I like turned my head away from him to like break it. I was like, don't fucking do that. And it was like really aggressive. Even everybody looked at him like, what the fuck?
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
Because it was just unneeded. It was unnecessary. It was like inappropriate and not the right time. And then he was like rough about it too. It was not gentle. It was like, he like grabbed me and did that. It was really, it was just ridiculously stupid.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already.
Well, he's been my travel companion forever. That's right. We've known each other for quite some time.
We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation.
Oh?
He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Well, he's my most trusted comrade, so...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Well, thanks for your trust, too.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method.
Confidential.
Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels,
Yes.
so you're surely well aware of how dangerous it can be. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will discuss our observations after the ceremony has concluded.
So if you notice that little flower she has on her chest, that's the one that Dory gave her. And she's like, I need something that can help me escape from somebody who can destroy an entire nation. And she's like, this is a one-time use only or something. And it was like for personal use only, rather. And she's like, I need it. So we don't know what the hell this flower does, but they wouldn't have put it on Nefer, and they wouldn't have made it so obvious if we're not going to be seeing what it does. So I'm kind of curious as to what it does.
Lastly,
see it on her chest?
any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has her own job to do, which requires staying in the room, but not joining the ceremony.
Nefer conspicuously left out the details of her confidential method. I guess her brain diving techniques are a trade secret.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rerir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's pretty much the most important job in the crew.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, got it.
What do you want her to do, though?
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started momentarily.
Maybe it's the flower on Nefer's chest she has to touch? Because the flower is given to her by Dory, but... and it doesn't explain what it does.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rerir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
She is.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
She has a point, though. Because you're eavesdropping on his memories, and you're not supposed to alter or change anything. That's why she keeps telling us while we're in there, don't talk. I'm kind of curious, what happens if we do? Does he see us? She's got incense, candles, almost feels like a summoning ritual. Seems like Nefer still has no intention of sharing her trade secrets, but now's not exactly the moment to pry. I see, there's a chest on the table. Could that have something to do with her intel gathering methods?
Alright, I'm good to go.
All set over here too.
I'm ready as well.
Promise Paimon you'll be extra careful.
Pinky promise.
Alright. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin.
Why does this sound like something else?
Close your eyes.
Okay. I'm wide awake. I'm not gonna do that. I was going to do it, but I was like, no, I give up. I still don't know how to feel about the Flynn's thing. What the fuck, bro? I mean, I like him a lot, but I don't know how I would respond to that. Just because I like somebody doesn't mean I'm going to let them do whatever they want. Like, if he would really do that to me, I think I'd be, like, shocked and maybe even a little upset. I'd be like, what are you doing? What the fuck?
Could this be his office?
No, it's his library of secrets. It's his library where he hides all of his dojins.
Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, Paperwork, files. According to Dainsleif, Rerir used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top secret intel stashed away in this room.
Is it just me, or does that flower look like it's glowing with strange colors, almost as if it's trying to pull me in that direction?
Is this where you keep your secrets, Rerir? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this.
Okay, I think I'm her now. Yeah, I am. Okay.
A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, Dear Breakfast Shop Owner. It's a list of names, but at this stage I have no idea who any of them even are.
Yeah, how would you? Oh, I forgot I can jump. They disabled my jump earlier, so I forgot I could do it.
Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Seems like it has to be inserted into that camouflage device nearby.
Camouflage device? Huh? Oh, you mean the wall? Watch, when I back out of this, I'll use my elemental sight, and if that wall behind me turns white, it means I can break it.
Aha! It's an audio recording.
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. No, I'm not being paranoid. It's true. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on another street, not near my house. I swear, I know what I saw.
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the Runfather residence has concluded. We apprehended the target and filed the mission report last night. Could the voice in the recording belong to one of Rerir's targets?
Let's see if this wall is breakable. No. If things turn white in the surroundings, anything that turns white is either a living thing or something that is not affected by any elemental things, or it is a door or a wall or something that can be touched, moved, or operated. So, look at my cat. Hey, can you stop petting that cat? And okay. Yeah, jump at the screen. Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's style. Oof, oof.
Bookshelves full of documents.
Let's stare into her eyes together.
Looks like these are all files, packed with the personal details of individual Conrians. The Crimson Moon dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rerir worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked with purging remnants of the old dynasty. Yep. Lines up exactly with what Dainsleif told me.
Why did the camera go to her breast? Can I attack it? Oh, she told me not to make noise, so... Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I wanna... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh! Hold on. We're not done. What is this?
A box containing a ring inlaid with a precious gem.
Here's the ring he was gonna give to his wife.
Must be for his girlfriend.
Uh-huh. I better stop doing that before I trigger something.
He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed.
Yeah, because as we're walking around as her, we're not really her, we're him. So if we come up to mirrors or anything, our form will be Rerir, not Nefer. Because we're in Rerir's memory, so as we're walking around, we are supposed to be him right now, not her. See?
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual.
Put giant red X's across the images.
Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets.
Okay, I have to move. This one.
Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. What's it got to do with me? Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
I live near an airport, so you'll be hearing that. Yeah, so I'm still controlling the camera. Me, like, see, I'm still in control. So me going like this and then pulling it back, that's me doing that.
Neutralized. Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. He barely even interacted with other Crimson Moon descendants.
Okay, grab this one. Pull it down.
Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important, but then again, how many of them really are? Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized and... Filed.
Okay.
Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has not been observed making any contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized and...
Okay.
Male, 6.
Ooh.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
You can hear his voice getting like more sorrowful and sorrowful. You can hear it.
Funny, isn't it?
Huh?
Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it.
Battlefield?
Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
Look for Battlefield. I told you he wasn't talking to me. See, I could have kept going with that, but the problem is if you keep hitting the X button, it will cancel out of dialogue, and I wanted to hear him talk. So that's why I didn't grab the next page. If you're wondering why I didn't grab it, that was why. This fountain looks like the one in... No.
Mr. Rerir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. As if you knew I was coming. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
The way he talks is so flary. Because we've talked in the battlefield near before, he's like, I am the sinner. At the end of time or some shit, I will grant you a smile or something. Because during the Care Bear, story chapter, when we go with that one Conran guy who's looking for his son, we come across the crystal he's praying to, and Vitafiniel talks to us.
I was just thinking, it won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish, isn't it?
No fool, no prophet, is there?
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
See what I mean? I only knew it was a matter of time. Like, why are you talking like that?
Does it feel good?
Please don't.
Knowing how the future will unfold.
I hate when people... I hate those 4 words together. I hate it.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
What's that laugh?
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hopes. For both our sakes, such words are better left unsaid. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
It was believed that the Vinster King wanted more knowledge, and that he was the one who got outside of Teyvat, and he was the one who brought, like, the Abyss here. But they've been talking about the Abyss even before that, which makes me think, was it already here? But from what I was told by, like, Skirk and Sertologi, they said that it was the Vinster King who had brought the Abyss here from outside of Teyvat. That it was an alien form that he brought here.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards. Very well then, let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Ooh.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again.
Choking.
Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I better tread carefully.
Guess I better reach my hand
We'll
out
only see what they
into the
want
dark.
to. So don't be your own fool.
What? Okay. Touch it. Woo! Fucking green mist of fucking Kool-Aid. Okay.
Wait. Hear me out.
This is what happened last time.
This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity.
So in the last video, was it the video before the last one actually? She ran into this kid she was waiting for Rerir here, but he was late. And this kid showed up and was like, "Excuse me, miss, do you want to buy some flowers?" And when she looked, I can't tell if it's a boy. I want to say it's a boy. When she looked at his eyes, she's like, "You're one of the remnants of the Crimson Dynasty." And this is where he started telling her the truth. Because Rerir was keeping it a secret from her, from Delindis. He never told her that he was secretly slaughtering the Crimson bloodline, such as children and such. And this kid told her that that's what he was doing.
His name is Rerir. And he claims to be one of the king's guards.
Yeah, he is a boy, okay.
What did you say?
Why does she look like fucking Sophia from Soul Keller, Jesus Christ?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last. Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
I called it. I called it. That's what I said last time. I said that's why Vedafonir was silent, because he's tasked with wiping out all of the Crimson bloodline. And the woman he chose to be his wife is one of them, which means he has to kill her. But he doesn't know that, because her eyes are different. I fucking called it.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King?
Imagine if he laughed like that.
Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets over and over again? Or why we refuse to give up on restoring the dynasty? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conrio will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rerir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet...
That was the one thing I had literally said. And it wasn't the last video, I know for a fact it wasn't. It was the video before that. Where I was like, if you can't be honest with the person you're going to be marrying, and you're going to be lying about shit like that, you shouldn't even be with them. It doesn't matter if the lie you're keeping is going to hurt them or even you. If it bothers you that much every day that you're keeping it from them, is that really a way to live? Getting up every day and thinking, oh, my wife or my husband doesn't know this about me. Like, I could not live like that. I would want to live a life being free, being truthful and honest. Living every day holding on to something that only you know that your spouse doesn't is fucking torture. Why would you ever do that to yourself? Why would you ever do that to them? If you do that to them and to yourself, you don't love them, and you sure as hell don't love yourself either.
Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder?
If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see,